Hello there. All right, so I want to demonstrate this super fun technique. Looking at the card, you're probably thinking, I don't see any super fun technique. It's because you cannot smell through your computer screen. These cherries, when I scratch and sniff, it smells like cherries. How awesome is that? So I want to share with you how I made this card and got my cherries to smell so sweet. So you will take your basic black cardstock and designer series paper using the new In Color Parakeet Party. Apply that to your card front like so. And then I have already cut out my little tails using the Sweet Sorbet cardstock, and I use the rectangle stitched frames for my label here, and I use the Sweet Sorbet and Memento Black for my sentiments. All right, so I'm going to just apply that straight down. I'm not popping that up. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in the middle like so. All right, so that is basically the base of your card. Now the fun part of getting our cherries to smell. So I'm just going to put that off to the side. So you're going to take your basic white piece of cardstock and using the Sweet Sorbet ink, I'm going to take my cherry and, oops, it doesn't want to stick to my block. Oh, sugar. All right. I did that again. So I'm going to stamp my cherry in the Sweet Sorbet. And I'm going to actually do it twice because I want 2 cherries. All right. So I've got my main color. Now I'm going to clean my cherry and make sure that you've got all the color off, because your next step, you're going to be using your Versamark, and you do not want your Versamark to be all red. So what's great about the Sweet Cherry stamp set is that it's photopolymer. So I can see exactly where I'm going to stamp over my cherry. So I've just inked it up in my Versamark and I've applied it to my red cherry. Now I'm going to turn that one around and do it on my second one. Bing, bang, boom. All right, so now the magic comes in, ladies. I have my embossing tray here. Excuse me. And in this container, I have put together cherry Kool Aid. Yes, Kool Aid. So I've got this pack of Kool Aid mix, and I used clear embossing powder. All right. So you combine the two together. I would suggest having more embossing powder than your Kool Aid, just so that it does stick. All right. So I'm going to apply this onto my cherries. I'm actually using quite a bit. You do not need to use this much. All right. I'm going to scoop it again. You want to make sure that your the Kool Aid granules actually stick. Okay. So now I'm going to heat emboss. So sorry for the loud noise. All right, I am back. There are my cherries embossed. As you can see, I don't have a lot of the Kool Aid on. So if you're doing this at home, you may want to make sure that you have extra Kool Aid on. I need to cut my cherry there. Sorry. Because I had both of them in there and my punch would cut it out. So I'm going to use my punch, and one cherry is done. And I'm going to come in with my second cherry. There we go. And punch that out. All right. So here we go. So you've got your two cherries. And when you scratch them, they should smell just like cherries, which is pretty awesome. One thing you will have to do in your card is let your recipient know that it is a scratch and sniff card. All right. So we've got our card and the base of it and how it's supposed to look. Now we're going to use dimensionals and pop those cherries. Pop those cherries up. I'm just grabbing my dimensionals. So I'm going to use the larger dimensionals for the actual cherries because they are big. And I'm just putting one on each. So I kind of want it hovering over the sentiment like so. Now when it comes to your, I've pre-stamped my leaves and the stems. So because the stems are so small, I want to, I should have, all right, rewind. I'm going to put a little adhesive. I'm just looking at I'm going to put some adhesive on the stem of this cherry and put it down there. There we go. All right, now using the dimensional, you're going to stick your leaf to the top of your stem like so. And again, I'm going to apply some adhesive to my stem for this cherry. Stick that sucker down. Now I'm going to use one of the mini dimensionals and apply that to this stem just a little bit because I want the leaf and the stem to be popped up. All right, maybe I should put that also. All right, and then you're going to add your embellishments. So I use the black matte dots. You can use the matte dots or any other type of black. Sorry, I didn't have my my bling at my desk, so I'm just gonna grab some black. These are actually retired little what are they called? Black rhinestone jewels. So they are retired, but it doesn't matter. You can use whatever you have on hand. And there you go. So when you scratch your cherry, yippers, it smells like cherries. It's so cool. So cool. So just think of the possibilities, right? Like if you have other fruit stamp sets, you can purchase some Kool Aid and coordinate it with your fruit. I will let you know though, I was not able to find any Kool Aid at any of my grocery stores. So I actually ordered Kool Aid off of good old Amazon. So if you are looking to recreate this this technique, you'll most likely have to purchase your Kool Aid off of Amazon. All right, so I hope you give this a try. It is a lot of fun. It definitely adds an extra little factor to your card, and I'm sure would make any recipient happy in scratching and sniffing their handmade card from you. Anyways, have fun with this, and I will craft with you later on. Thanks.